discuss about. Uh, let's see whether we need to brush teeth twice a day or once a day or maybe more than that. So, when you're in school, you're taught that you're supposed to brush in the morning as well as in the night. But if you closely observe, you can see that there are a couple of people who actually brush in the afternoon as well. So, which do you think is right way to do the same? Like I've discussed in my previous videos, the plaque, which is a thin layer which forms immediately after eating food, it keeps happening every time you eat food. So ideally, you need to brush your teeth not just once or twice. After every meal would be the right way to do it. But of course, that's not possible, right? When you are working, when you have other things to do, you can't keep carrying a brush everywhere that you go. That is impossible. And that's the reason that most of us prefer to brush in the morning and night, and that has become a routine. So from ages, it has been a practice. Like you take bath in the morning before you go out, before you go to school, before you go to work. In the similar way, brushing has become a routine in the morning as well as just before you sleep. But then you must have also noticed that some of us don't mind brushing in the morning, but in the night, no. We prefer to go to sleep early. Skipping that small 2 to 3 minutes of brushing is what gives us a lot of happiness most of the time. So that is never an ideal option. I would rather say, even if you don't brush in the morning, you need to definitely brush in the night before sleeping. Now you must be thinking, why am I talking like this? Like everybody takes bath in the morning, wants to freshen up when you go out. That's ideal, right? Why in the night? So the reason is that throughout the day, whenever you are outside, even if you brush or don't brush in the morning, definitely you feel some sort of freshness if you do that. When you meet people, you feel that your breath is good. Such kind of things do happen. But at the same time, throughout the day, there are a lot of times when you're going to have food, have some liquids, in between you might rinse your mouth. All these things happen throughout the day. And every time that you eat food, there is some sort of little bit of cleansing action which saliva does. So all these happens. But in the night, the difference is that nothing at all happens. In the night, if you go without brushing and you go to sleep, what happens is that whatever food is stuck wherever it is, it just stays there. There is zero cleansing action which takes place in the night. And what happens because of that is these bacteria, they love it when they can sit in one place and then they start digging and they start producing the acids which can dissolve these tooth surfaces and finally have all these kind of decay that can, affect your tooth a lot. So allowing these bacteria or the food to sit in one place is like heaven for them. And this leads to a lot of decay over a period of time in your oral cavity, which can be avoided at least by spending a little bit of like 2 to 3 minutes of brushing in the night as well. I've seen that not just children, there are a lot of adults and at times even me, I have skipped a lot of times, brushing in the night. And once I came to know that no, this is not the right thing to do, I have tried my level best that I always brush. Even if I don't, I make sure that my husband tells me to brush, because of which I'm forced to brush in the night. And so I would suggest that to your whoever close ones to you, your children, you need to specifically teach them the importance of brushing in the night. And going to sleep, maybe it might help you for one day and you might feel something good about it. But over a period of time, not at all brushing in the night throughout for a very long time will definitely harm your teeth. It can increase a lot of decay because there's no cleaning action. Hardly we drink, we get up, our mouth stays so idle throughout the night. So this 8 to 10 hours of sleep, okay, maybe you can call it a 6 to 8 hours of sleep that you have. This much time is more than enough for the bacteria to take their course of action. So along with that, what you can actually do is every time you have a meal, it can be just a juice as well. It would be very good if you can rinse your mouth and try to maintain it as clean as possible. Of course, you might see a couple of people who don't properly brush at all and they don't have a decay. That's there. There are some people who are always lucky, right? So I would always suggest that brushing in the night is very, very mandatory. I tell all my patients that not just morning, night is equally important and maybe a little bit more important. By these small things that you can do on your own, it would help a lot when you consider your oral cavity or for a long run. It helps you a lot. These might be very tiny little things that you do, but it definitely will help you. So now let's take it like a take-home message. We need to definitely teach this to our children and make it mandatory that they brush in the night. I'm very sure that children, they are the most reluctant ones, and if you explain them the right way, then maybe they grasp it faster and becomes a part of their routine and it becomes much easier for them. So, let's take care of our oral hygiene in the best possible way that we can, because brushing is a very easy and simple thing that you can do, right? That's all for today, guys. See you in my next session. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.